Guys, so today in this video I'm going to be using the Rose Gold Sunset palette by e.l.f. I'm going to be creating 4 separate looks using only two shades from the palette. So 2 different shades, 4 different looks, and just with this one palette, because I think one of my biggest pet peeves is when I'm looking at these tutorials and it's how to get this look is that they're using like 5 different palettes, 2 different shades from each palette, which is like not really practical and time efficient for someone day to day. Like no one's buying 5 palettes to get one look, and no one's digging through all these palettes to get that one look. You want something to be efficient but also look good. So I'm going to show you how to make the most of one palette, and also the entire point of a palette is like, the entire point of having a palette is that its color story is designed in a way that you can create multiple looks from the same palette. Otherwise they would just sell single eyeshadows, right? They wouldn't have palettes. So I'm going to show you how to make the most of your palette, and if you guys are interested in that, keep on watching. And if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. It will really help me out. Using the same NYX Jelly primer. I'm just gonna set that with like powder. Just gonna grab some powder, any crease brush, you can use your finger. So set that. Next up, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna be creating a look that's more everyday. The first look with 2 shades. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with shade 2 and 3. You can see here 2 and 3. So my technique is, what I do is I usually put a shimmer on the lids and then a matte in the crease and sort of blend them in together, and it looks perfect. And I'm going to show you how I do it. So first up, I'm going to take in this matte shade right here, the 3rd matte shade. Taking any crease brush, and we would only need like 1, maybe 2 brushes for this look. I just used 2 just to show you the technique, but honestly you only need like 2. I'm gonna use my, honestly you could use your finger. I'm gonna go in with the 2nd shade right here. The 2nd shade. There's no names for the shades, which actually, like, I mean, it's just a marketing technique where they're just like, they make you buy one palette just for this one shade. It's fine, you can probably easily find a dupe. Just gonna put that on my finger. And then just to blend it out, you can go back in the same brush and just go back in. There you go. You can do the same on the other eye. I'm just gonna go do that on the other eye. You can see I did a very small wing. So what I noticed is, like, when I'm going for a more natural everyday, but sort of like a little bit, I guess, glam look, I do a smaller wing and I don't go all the way. And sometimes I'll also just use brown eyeliner because that sort of softens the look. And now that we're heading into spring, I don't want everything to be too intense. So that's what I'll do. And then for a more glam look, if for a nighttime, if you're for a party, an event, I'll probably use black liner and make the wing a bit bigger, which I'll show you in the next like eyeshadow looks, and you'll see. I'm also gonna do my mascara to show you the complete look quickly. Everything I use will be linked in the description. It's like an everyday mauve-y. Yeah. I hope you guys like it. We're gonna do the next one. Okay, next up, for a more glam look, we're gonna go in with shade 5 on the crease. Shade 5, this one. And shade 4 on the crease. This one's on the lid, this one's on the crease. tried to create like a look for each type of person. If someone wants a more everyday makeup look, they can achieve that. If someone wants more of a glam look, they can get that. And if someone wants more of a matte look, they can do that as well. And then something more edgy and like more of a pop of color, you can also get that. So hopefully like it's just everyone can find a look to create from this palette. Yeah, that was really easy. And then I'm just gonna use my finger and see this eye is the green, it's like a brownish green, and then the mauve, I think it's really nice. We'll get back with eyeliner and mascara and the other eye done to show you the complete look. Okay, I'm back. This is the final look. You can see the dramatic eyeliner like really adds something, like it just really intensifies the look compared to brown eyeliner. And I also made the wing a bit bigger, and I made sure it was all the way from here to here. Yeah, so see, this is the second look. I'm gonna come back and start over with the third look. What I'm going to is, it's more of like a pop of color, something more intense that you want to play around with. It's with shade 7, so this shade right here, this shade right here, along with this mauve shade in the crease. You could also use this shade as well, but I just like the purple. I feel like it's more cohesive and not too intense because this color is already kind of crazy. This color is already kind of crazy, so yeah. Okay, so we'll get to that look. And you can see like these looks don't take a long time. Like, I guess maybe the technique might take a while, but once you get the hang of it, it really will not take a long time. Shade, it's like a terracotta shimmery shade. Let's put that on the lids. My finger. You can see it's like super intense. Yeah, you can hear some birds chirping. To be honest, that's kind of relaxing, at least in this time. I really like it. Don't mind. There's like different birds and they're all like humming different songs, which is really nice. Yeah, just make sure it's cohesive. And then you can see that look. I'm just gonna go back and blend in with that mauve just to finish off the look. And then I'm gonna go and do my other eye, add eyeliner and mascara, and show you the finished look. Okay, I'm back, and this is the finished look with eyeliner and mascara. I'm gonna zoom in so I can show you. It's much more of an intense look. Eyeliner and mascara. Yeah, I actually didn't finish the wing. I like stopped midway because I really want the eyeshadow to speak for itself. It's a really nice color. Yeah, and now we'll come back and start the last and final look. This one's gonna be a matte one. Okay, I'm back, and for the last and final look, we're gonna do a matte look. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the third shade right here, and we're gonna use the 9th shade. So this one's gonna be in the crease, and then the third shade's gonna be on the lid. I was honestly really shocked about how good this palette was. You know what I really also enjoy about this palette is the layout and the color story. Like, I think with palettes, the whole point of an entire palette is that, you know, you can create multiple looks within that palette. Like, you don't need other palettes. That's the whole point of having all these shades, you know? And I find that this palette is really good. I find that most palettes, they'll just have like 2 or 3 white shades, which we don't really need, and they're all matte. Maybe 1 or 2 shimmers, and then in between shades, which are good, and then there's like 2 or 3 blacks or 2 dark shades, which I'm not going to use realistically. Whereas this one only has 2 black, like dark shades, but they're still usable, and then the 2 like shades are shimmery. You can see like these are shimmery. So like there's no white shade, which I actually enjoy because we all have a white shade. Like we only use it just to like set our crease, right? So like once we put in our primer. Yeah, okay, just gonna blend that out. Just making this more intense. I really like the shades showing up really well. I'm not gonna say this is like high-end quality, but it is like almost high-end, better than Drugstore, but I would say almost high-end. The pigmentation is there and it's not patchy or anything, so I would say definitely give this palette a try. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with that matte shade fluffy crease brush from Eco Tools. And just going into that third mauve shade right here. I'm going to put that on the lid. Because I know shimmer tends to scare people away, so I just tried to include one matte look and one like, and still pretty, like, it's not too crazy, but it's also not too like you can't even see it. It's like right there in between, sort of. And you can always replace this like berry shade with the taupey shade in the palette, or with bronzer. I decided to try that darker shade, and it's not too dark. It actually looks really nice when on the eyes. So you can see this one eye, how it looks. I'm just gonna blend everything out again. So as you can see, this is the finished look, and I'm going to go to the other eye, put on liner and mascara, and I'll show you the finished look. Okay, so this is the finished look with eyeliner. I use a brown eyeliner and yeah, mascara, black normal mascara, and I made it full just to like make it look a bit more intense because the matte shades are a bit muted. If you like it, if you like this look, 4 looks with just one palette. And it's just $10. Like that's a steal, guys. Like I think the biggest thing for like the biggest pet peeve of mine is like these YouTubers are recommending like so many palettes to get this one look when like that's just not realistic. That's what you're doing when you get too much PR, okay? Like, realistically, in a normal person's life, you probably have only 1 or 2 palettes that you're using, and the entire point of this palette is that its color story is designed in such a way that you can create multiple looks and you don't need to reach for other palettes, right? So yeah, that's why I wanted to show you guys how you can make the most of like one palette and how you can create 4 looks, and each one kind of like is for a certain occasion. And you're only using 2 shades. You don't need like 10 shades. Yeah, so I really hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you like it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. It would really help me out. And yeah, I'm gonna see if I can post more content for you guys. Hopefully this one is shorter, you guys watch it. I know the other ones are long, but yeah, I'm gonna keep them shorter. Let me know if you want to see anything else. Yeah, guys, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.